going to be showing you guys ways and methods to leveling up very fast in the Forge, to where you can unlock stash capacity, more stamina, and even all of the race slots. So before we get on into it, all I ask from you guys in return is to click the subscribe button, because I would greatly appreciate it and it supports the channel. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get on into it. When it comes down to leveling up, you need as much XP as possible. Well, there's a lot of ways to actually get XP, but there is only a couple methods to get it consistently to where you can level up fast. Now, one of the ways to get a bunch of level ups would be quests. If you complete a bunch of quests like the Captain's Quest, Sensei Moro, and pretty much other quest lines throughout the game, they will give you a good bit of XP and usually give you a couple level ups each time you complete their quests. So like I said about the Captain's Quest, all you gotta do is come to the Ruined Cave at the entrance and you'll see Captain Rowan, and I think he has 5 or 6 quests you can do, but each time they will usually give you a couple level ups every time you complete them. Now, same thing with Sensei Moro. Now, he will be in the first world as well, but he will also be in the second world, and here is Sensei Moro. Now, he has up to a total of 10 quests, I'm pretty sure, and they will give you a bunch of level ups each time as well, but they are pretty difficult over time. And then once you get the main quest completed and you have no way of leveling up now, you could also do the repeated quests, which are pretty much unlimited, and you can do them all the time. The Masked Stranger is one of them, the Blacksmith here in World 2 is also one of them, and the 2 NPCs inside of the cave in Island 1, which is Yuma the Brave and Nord. These are also repeated quests. So once you complete all the quests, or you just get sick and tired of them and they're not giving you enough XP to level up, you can then get into the method a lot of people use, and that is smacking rocks over and over. Now, this method is going to require you to be able to AFK, so using an auto clicker or just being able to not disconnect every 20 minutes or so, but either way, it will require AFK, because that's the only way to do it consistently. Now, when I say smacking rocks, I'm not just talking about walking up to one specific rock and smacking it over and over again. I'm talking about smacking the best rocks, and 2 of them at the same exact time, giving you the best possible XP gain. And I'm going to show you guys a couple different places you can do that. So once you're inside the Ruined Cave here in Island 2, you're then going to head towards the danger sign, and we're going to go smack 2 veins at the same time, because veins are a very good rock, and this is actually one of the best spawns I've seen a lot of people do, and I actually do it as well to level up. So you're just going to keep heading through here, and you're going to head over here to Amber, which is the quest line, and you should see these 2 veins that spawn here. Now, as you can see, there are 2 players doing these at the same exact time, which is not really going to work well. You yourself can only do this, and make sure you are by yourself, because if someone else is smacking the rock, it won't actually let you smack it, and well, you won't get any XP. Now, the reason this little hole is so special is because there's 2 basalt veins that spawn at the same exact time, guaranteed every time as well. It won't be another rock, it will actually only be a basalt vein. So you can just set up your camera either down below and or right over here where this guy is, and you can just aim your camera this way and just continue mining over and over with an auto clicker, and you will smack both of these basalt veins at the same exact time. And the reason this spot is so good is because there's no mobs that actually spawn here, so they won't interrupt you and end up, killing you while you're AFK. Now, if this spot is filled up with people doing the exact same thing that you want to do, that is a-okay, because there is other spots to do the same exact thing to where you have no problems at all. You just want to make sure you choose a spot where there's no mobs around to interrupt you or anything like that. So if you head over here to this door and you take a right, you will see 2 veins over here that will spawn. Now, they have been destroyed, which is all goody, but there will be 2 rocks that do spawn here, and all you gotta do is pretty much just aim your camera right here in the middle, and you can just mine both of these at the same exact time. So as you can see, if I stand right here, I can smack both of them at the same exact time and have no problem at all. And there's actually no mobs that spawn over here, so you won't have to worry about that either. The only way you have to worry about a mob spawning over here is if someone wanted to sabotage you and bring over a mob to actually, defeat you to where they can take your spot. But either way, this is a good spot as well. Now, another great spot to mine some rocks or cores or veins all at the same time will be heading away from that area where the hole is. You're going to head straight through this little section here. You're going to take a left, and you're going to see 2 rocks right here. They can either be 2 cores or 2 normal rocks, and you can actually just sit here and mine both of them at the same exact time. No enemy should spawn here and interrupt you. Like I said, if they do, then someone else brought the mob over to you to sabotage you, or maybe by accident. Either way, this is another spot that you can mine 2 cores and or rocks at the same time. Now, they do give a good bit of XP. That's why I'm mentioning these in general. Mining the veins will give you, I think, over 300 XP each time you destroy both rocks, and then cores will give you around the same as well. So just mining them over and over and over, you'll get a bunch of materials and XP all at once. Now, another issue that you guys might have is filling up your stash and or inventory. I definitely recommend tuning in a couple of times and clearing out your inventory because it will indeed happen very, very often. Unless you got the game pass where you can click sell items, that is the only way that you'll be able to sell and AFK at the same time. So if you don't have the game pass, you're gonna have to clear out your stash a good bit. But the higher you level up, the more stash space you'll actually have, so you'll be able to hold a lot more and not have to check back so often. But I would definitely say smacking the veins at the same time, you know, volcanic rocks, cores, all that type of stuff, AFKing all of those will definitely give you the best possible XP gain. It's actually worked quite a good bit for me, and that's what a lot of people do to level up fast. Now, another way to level up pretty quick would be defeating a lot of enemies. You can actually AFK different spawns of enemies, but you do got to make sure that you have at least good armor or good weapons, because you could end up dying within that time, and well, obviously the AFKing process will get interrupted and you'll get sent back to spawn, and well, you just spent a couple hours sitting at spawn and not actually farming for XP. So some of the best places to farm mobs would be this area right here where I showed you guys with the cores. In here is a lot of spawns, and you can actually have a bunch of enemies come at you all at the same time. All you gotta do is just sit here in the middle and turn on your auto clicker, and a lot of the enemies that do spawn around you will come at you, and you should be able to defeat them. Like I said, just make sure you have a lot of health because you could end up getting defeated, and well, that would not be too good. But if you want to get the most out of XP, I definitely recommend farming rocks, veins, all that stuff instead of farming enemies, because 90% of the time your AFK session will get interrupted. Now, while you are mining rocks or defeating enemies and stuff like that, I definitely recommend going into your backpack, going to achievements, and making sure that you do have the XP multiplier boost equipped, which is a skill. If you have this equipped, then it will give you obviously more XP during, you know, mining rocks, defeating enemies, and all that type of stuff, and well, you'll level up a lot faster. But there we go, that is different ways and methods to getting XP fast in the Forge. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you did find this helpful, definitely make sure to drop a like, click the subscribe button, and click the notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.